In February 1959, 9 skiers mysteriously died in the northern Ural Mountains in what has become known as the Dyatlov Pass Incident. Despite multiple investigations, the cause of the tragedy remains unknown. The most popular theory is that an avalanche killed the group, but there are many other theories, including one suggesting the hikers were murdered by a secret military organization. Here's the real story behind the Dyatlov Pass incident. A group of 9 experienced skiers set out to explore the northern Ural Mountains in Russia. The group consisted of Yuri Yudin, who was the only survivor of the ordeal, Rustem Sloboda, Zina Kolmogrova, Ludmila Dubinina, Galina Belaeva, Nicholas Thibodev, Lyubov Morozova, Alexander Kolovidov, Semyon Zolotaryev, and Igor Dyatlov, who was the leader of the group. The group planned to ski to the nearby Otorten mountain, which had not been climbed before. After 2 days of skiing, they reached their planned destination. But because the weather was so good, they decided to continue their journey further into the mountains. On January 26th, they made camp at an altitude of 1,000 meters. And the next day, they set off to explore the area around Dyatlov Pass. According to Yudin, Dyatlov suddenly stopped while skiing and asked the others to take a look at the slope on the other side of the pass. They spent some time discussing it and then decided to ski down the slope. When they reached the bottom of the slope, they discovered that their tents had been destroyed and their food supplies were scattered around. Somehow during the night, their tents had been ripped open and their belongings thrown outside. Fearing an approaching storm, the group quickly packed their things and started skiing down the mountain. They planned to find shelter in a nearby village, but they never made it. The following morning, a massive search and rescue operation was launched, consisting of 800 soldiers, 40 tractors, and 3 planes. The first bodies were found near the destroyed tents on February 2nd. 4 of the bodies were found together, with all of them lying in a similar manner as if they had been thrown out of the tent. The other 5 bodies were found 3 days later, 1.5 kilometers away from the other tents, on a slope facing south. An investigation was launched immediately, but the results were inconclusive. According to the official report, the group died from an avalanche. But this theory doesn't explain why the tents were cut open, or why the bodies were found far away from each other. One of the more popular theories suggests that the group was the victim of a secret military experiment. This theory is supported by the fact that the group was found near a secret military base, and that their belongings were missing when their bodies were found. It's believed that the group stumbled upon a secret military test and was eliminated to prevent any information from being leaked. But no evidence has ever been found to support this theory. Another popular theory is that the group was murdered by members of a local tribe. Some researchers believe that the group was mistaken for spies, and that the tribe members killed them and took their belongings. However, there's no evidence that the tribe members were even in the area at the time. Perhaps the most likely explanation is that the group was caught in a sudden avalanche while sleeping in their tents. This would explain why their tents were destroyed and why their belongings were scattered around. It would also explain why the bodies were found far away from each other, as the snow can carry bodies great distances. But it doesn't explain why some of the bodies had missing eyes, and why several of the skiers had injuries that were not consistent with an avalanche. In 2019, a team of Russian scientists used computer modeling to reconstruct the events that led to the Dyatlov Pass incident. Their findings suggested that a combination of heavy snowfall and strong winds created an extremely dangerous situation on the mountain. The group probably didn't realize the danger they were in until it was too late. The team concluded that the most likely cause of death was hypothermia, asphyxiation, and trauma caused by falling objects. But the computer model could not explain why the tents were destroyed. Ultimately, the true cause of the Dyatlov Pass incident remains unknown. The case has been closed, but the mystery continues to fascinate people around the world. What do you think happened to the Dyatlov Pass hikers? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And as always, thanks for watching.